Okay. All right then. Okay. Thank you.
And
Sure. I'm going to try to speed up this presentation, but this presentation is mostly for the next generation, up and coming, current right now. What's most important right now is financial tech. One of the things that hasn't been revitalized, regulated, or actually put attention to is the banking center, meaning how do you get your money? Who controls the money? What is money? Some of those questions we don't even ask. We'll just get a paper dollar and we say, well, I know what money is. But once you really look into what money is, it is a measure of value. It's, you know, this $5 right here, you can get whatever you like, candy, chocolate, or whatever. But what is the problem with dollars? The problem with dollars, it is a debt-based money, meaning that there is so little of it that we have to compete for it. Therefore, our psychological makeup turns us into enemy. Win-lose transactions, that's what it is about. When you go into the Walmart, you give the money, you lose money, and they win money because that money doesn't stay in the community. It goes further away to the main center, main headquarters. So yes, it employs people, but it doesn't really bring back any of the prosperity here. So why am I talking about money when we're here in a charitable organization? Well, the reason that I'm talking about money is because that is the main reason why we're in this situation. Economic collapse. Anyone has heard of it? Economic downturn, bad times, the dollar doesn't buy as much as it used to. Well, the real reason that is happening is it's called inflation. The Federal Reserve prints out money, and the more money you have, the less valuable it becomes. So all this mumbo jumbo, what does it really mean to us and to you and me in the streets? Well, when you really think about it, chips, potato chips. Do you remember when it was more than just air and it actually had chips? Well, the reason that you were affected by that is because inflation. You're spending more money for less. You're working for more for less. What is the solution? I had a PowerPoint for this, but this works fine. What is the solution? Community currency, people's money. If we issue each other's money, we don't have to wait for the government, we don't have to wait for other organizations to give us what we want. So this seems like a bunch of hoopla. Like, why would I care about making my own money? Well, when you're in control of making your own money, you create a community, you create an identity, you create a mutual aid society in which people will trade their services for money. Has this ever worked? Is this crazy talk from a random guy? No, it happens all around the world. See, we're going through some Great Depression right now, while the news media tells us, no, everything's fine, keep going working. No, that's not the real thing. There's a lot of problems here, and a lot of other places have discovered a solution. They call it community currency. What I offer is called TradeWave technology. I'm not the only one who's part of this, but what is TradeWave technology? Well, ever heard of Apple Money? Of any other online digital currency? Well, we have a software which you can look up, TradeWave.co, and once you signed up, if you're a farmer's market or you have a co-op or any of that, you want to coin your own money. Why would you want to coin your own money? Well, because that means that you control the transactions and you're able to see them in a very localized manner. That brings power to societies, to local communities. This is really what we need. So, once you sign up on a TradeWave.co account, we do all the accounting for you. Where could this work? At the farmer's market. So, for example, let's say you have a craft or a skill that goes unmonetized. It's not profitable. Selling your arts and your pictures in the farmer's market is simply not profitable. But what if we bring in complementary currencies? You pay 5 Laredo bucks with your 5 Laredo real dollars, and you accumulate that price of $10. That's $10 for you that you can use in the local economy. It's a network. It's a network of people offering services to use a certain token. Once that token is used, it can be reused and reused and reused. But the problem with it, when you use alternative currencies, you have to do bookkeeping, you have to have hours of clerks just pushing those pencils. But this software does all that for you. So all you have to do is really adopt the idea, learn how to use it, and then profit from it. Really, that is the major point here. How do we profit and how do we keep that profit to each other? Money is not a real evil. The real evil is ignorance. Once we realize that that big hurdle that we have to jump is actually information, the rest is up to us. It really is. So I have a limited time here and I've already got my 4 minutes, but I want to just set you off with this thing. This is not something that you're going to get rich right off the get-go. It's not that. I'm not selling you that. What I'm trying to impart to you is an idea which, if you use it correctly, can bring a lot of benefit to your society, to your community. Well, okay, well, I'll cut it off there. Anyone has questions? En inglés o en español, lo mismo.
So is this an app that you're selling?
Well, not selling anything.
Or creating, I'm sorry?
The people who created are friends of mine. They're a network in Austin and in Houston. We're building a network in Texas. They're the coders. They created the software. It's online. You can sign up on TradeWave.co where it says get eScript, and then you sign up there. We'll set you up, and the software runs on a server.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question.
Yes.
Your number. Your number.
My number is 3 out of 4.
No. I can get in touch with TradeWave.
Your best contact is myself, because I'm the one. I'm the ambassador. I'm the one who travels and meets people.
I know where you
Laredo, Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, Austin. We're building this network in Texas. We're not only going Laredo. I'm saying I'm in Laredo. I'm helping you guys out if you choose with these ideas. But this idea is really statewide.
I think what she wants is your contact information. You prefer Facebook, telephone, email? Facebook.
Hector Combo. Look me up on Facebook.
Hector Combo.
Yeah, like the combo, like lunch combos. Any other questions?
There's one over here.
I really love the idea.
Sure.
Now, are you guys is it gonna be similar to Bitcoin, to some of the problems that Bitcoin ran into with the IRS?
Great question. I love those questions, and I have those answers for those. On one part, no, it is not a cryptocurrency. It's not Bitcoin. To answer more specifically on Bitcoin, thing is, there's nothing really wrong with Bitcoin. It's that you still have to report your taxes. People who don't report their profits, whether they're in Bitcoin or some other parallel currency, that's your legal responsibility. So when you're doing your IRS tax, you need to make sure that you say, well, I got these profits from these parallel complementary currencies, and then you give the value to that. And no, it's not crypto coins, it's not Bitcoins. It's an actual thing based off complementary currencies that has already been in place. Any other questions? Yes.
So what I got from what you spoke is that this is a system
Sure.
that I preload with currency, and that currency is used within the system.
Something like that, yes, right. Once you have already an established, let's put in an example. You have the farmer's market, right? It's already an economy going on in itself. It doesn't need us right now. What it will need is a customer base with coins and tokens. That money that you're talking about is used and utilized by the market. They can call it whatever they want, they can draw it whatever they want. It is the software that allows for that to happen. Does that make sense to you?
So it's like preloadable currency used where the currency is accepted.
Think about it this way. We're facilitating transactions using another form of money. We're just making it easier for you guys to transact money. That's all we're doing it. But we're not using dollars. It's a little bit different.
So what gives the value?
Exactly. What gives value to that, and that's a very beautiful question you've asked, the value to it is the service provided. In my talk, I said, well, you have a craft or a skill. Let's say you like to take care of dogs, but there's no money in that. I have dogs, and I value my dogs. And if you want to walk them, I will value your service, and I'll give you these Hector bucks, which you can use for whatever services I offer. It's about a network of services. Does that make sense?
What can't you do bartering just on its own?
Bartering is one step removed from it. We're going peer-to-peer, because then I'll have to find somebody who actually likes dogs and then trade something related to dogs. When you could just trade a service. We're trading services. Does that make sense?
You're paying your papers.
Exactly, there you go. That's what we call a mutual aid society. But these tokens, these coins, they really link the people together because they're redeemable by each other.
So where is the money needed? And
Okay, you're pointing to the problem of dollars. When I talk about dollars, I pointed them as scarcity-based dollars, meaning there's very little of it. That's the big problem. So there's not enough money to go around. So we're going to remedy that. Make sense? Awesome.
Thank you very much.